Look at all you've already overcome and accomplished during this challenging year. But do you sometimes still feel daunted by adversity and circumstances? Do you feel like you're actually playing defense, you're playing to not lose instead of really leaning in and playing to win in your business and in your life? What if you could learn some tools so that you can lean in and play to win right now, regardless of circumstances? This story will demonstrate that tool. So imagine that you're in the special event business at a very high level, and that you are responsible for putting on events for hundreds and sometimes thousands of people for major companies. And when the pandemic hit, everything is taken away. Your business essentially stops. How would you feel? Probably you'd feel like my client Bruce, anxious and afraid, uncertain of the future, not knowing what to do, daunted perhaps by circumstances. But Bruce decided to lean in. And leaning in starts with creating a clear vision of what does success look like. So together we developed his vision for a successful business by the end of the year, that he would transform adversity into opportunity and find ways to not only survive and thrive, keep his employees employed, pay his bills, and still serve his clients in certain ways. He didn't know how to do that, but he actually made a decision that he was going to make that vision real, to lean in. And there's a very important phrase I want you to hear today, which is to act as if you fully believe success is assured. What would you do in your business? What would you do differently? What would you start doing that you're not doing? Or what would you stop doing that you are doing if you fully believe that your success was assured? That's leaning in and playing to win. To take the steps you would take if you fully believed. Yes, that involves some risk. So here's what Bruce did. Bruce understood that there wasn't going to be any in-person events, but there was a possibility of creating virtual events. He did not have great expertise other than your typical Zoom call, but that wasn't going to cut it for the kinds of goals that these major companies had to both reach their own teams and also reach their consumers and customers. And so the first step he did to act as if was to get really smart and to do tremendous research on the state of the art of what's possible at a high level with virtual events. And he learned that there's all kinds of virtual sets that can be created, that you can do 3D animation, that there was technology so that you could create a feeling and a visual of people speaking on stages, right, of automobiles, and being on stages and turning around so you can see the details of them. You could sell that product. There was all sorts of things that were possible. Multiple people in different locations appearing like they're on one stage together because of this 3D animation and virtual set technology. And so he got really smart about it, and then he did something that was very empowered. And he took some risk. He made a major financial investment on creating a sample demo about all of the technology that he could create on behalf of his clients without getting paid for it. That's leaning in and playing to win. He put some capital on the line, and he created a virtual event as a demo reel that would suit the needs of his clients. And he invested at this high-level technology. And so he executed a reel as a sample of something that they could really feel would be impactful. And so yesterday I was on a call with him, and not only had the company, a major American card maker, had an incredibly successful event with him that had a budget of over $1 million, but they also decided to guarantee that they wanted to do this same event next year. And it was an event that he had proposed that they do. And they decided that they were going to do that event whether or not it was in person or virtual, which means he secured this client doing a new event regardless of circumstances. He also, in the past 9 months, has done multiple major virtual events for multiple major companies, all at this high level. And part of his job was to convince them that something like that could be successful and impactful. So his business is now thriving. he is generating the income equal to or greater than what he used to with his in-person event business. And he's also extended his business so that when in-person events come back, he can do both virtual and in-person, or he can do an amalgam of both of those things. And he's also served his clients because he gave them a solution to a burning problem they had about how to connect with their employees and with their customers. So how about you? What are some ways that you could, first of all, have a vision of what success looks like, and then decide for that vision and act as if you fully believe? What would be the bold steps? Maybe it's investing in marketing or product development or technology development, or actually hiring those people even though you're not sure on the return on investment yet. What would you do if you fully believed that you would win? My encouragement is to take those steps. And one of those steps could be to join me on my free upcoming Masterclass, The Unstoppable Entrepreneur. 7 strategies to connect to your authentic power, to face your fears, lean in, and play to win now. During this free Masterclass, you will learn some proven tools so that you can become even more unstoppable as an entrepreneur and as a person in your life and in your business. Click the link below. You might just learn some tools so that you can make 2021 the best ever year of your life.